So in today's video, we are going to be giving you guys an updated version of the best console trading method, including multiple different variations for multiple different situations, and showing you guys how well we've done over the last few days. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, or free. With Amazon Prime, you'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs, and now for the last 4 years I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video we are going to be giving you guys an updated version of the best console trading method with multiple different variations of how to do it. I'll be walking you guys through how you can learn players' prices and really just make as many coins on a console in as little time as possible. So the reason this method works is basically because shadow chem cells are 3.5k, and as a result of shadow chem cells being 3.5k, the difference between a player normally and a player with a shadow can be anywhere from, 1k difference all the way up to about 4k. So what we do in this method is we basically trade with players with shadow on and we just get good deals on them. So how are we going to get good deals? Now there are loads and loads of different filters I'm going to be going through in this video, just because if one thing isn't working for you, try another one. So if you've tried the first filter and you're saying, oh, I'm not getting many deals, or it's quite hard to win stuff, then go and try the next one. Don't just give up, because this method is amazing and there are multiple different variations, all of which are pretty effective. So the first variation is basically working out a sniping filter. To do this, you want to go rare gold, you then want to go here to shadow, and then what you want to do is you want to go minimum buy now, give or take, I would go and put 2k. The reason for this is winning any rare golds with shadow for very, very, very cheap is extremely hard. So I personally believe you save a lot of time by not even trying to go for the stuff that's discard, because what if there's a really good deal that isn't discard right next to it? You could also maybe lower this down to about 1.8k, but I would keep it about 2k at the moment, to 10k. Then, with the maximum bid, we want this number to be as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. So let's go and put it to 1.3k. So again, we can't have more than one card over the hour. And at 1.3k, we scroll all the way here to the 59th minute. How many cards are over the hour? Only, well, not even one. So what we're then going to do is we'll go and increase it to 1.5k, because we want this number to be as high as possible without there being more than one card. Now, an absolute annoyance is that they reset, or they take away the shadow filter each time. So do make sure to just reset that. So it was 1.3, we've now upped it to 1.5, and still no more than one card over the hour. So you can have either no cards over the hour or one card over the hour. 2 cards over the hour will not work, and again, 0 cards over the hour does still work, but you might as well try and get it as high as possible. So let's go and put it now to 1.6k. So again, you do need to keep on setting the shadow, which is an absolute nightmare. And I'll see you guys at the 59th minute. So now at the 59th minute, and again, no cards over the hour. So we're going to go and increase it yet again. Now you may wonder, why on earth do we want this number to be as high as possible? Well, the reason we want this number to be as high as possible is because the higher that number is, the wider the variety of players can pop under. Because obviously some people have like a minimum of 650, like Konate, whereas some people like Hernandez have 1.1 minimum, which means if we can have that minimum being like 1.6, 1.7, we're going to see way more cards than if it is, let's say, 700-800 coins. So here there are just way too many cards over the hour, but at 1.6k there are no cards over the hour. So we're going to lower it back down to 1.6k. And the reason for this is because if there are no cards over the hour, we can refresh the market. If there is more than one card over the hour, the refreshing the market sort of mechanic we're going to be using just won't work. So we're now at the 59th minute and there are no cards, or maybe one card over the hour. We're now going to press compare price back out. And if by magic what you're going to do is you're going to see brand new cards appear. McAllister, perfect. Compare price back out. Another card, Konate. So what this is doing is this is basically refreshing the market and showing us anything new that pops up. Obviously the benefit of this is if a new player pops up and they're a really good deal, I'm going to see them instantly because I'm seeing them at 59 minutes, 58 seconds or whatever. So we'll go and buy them if they're a deal. Now what is a deal? A deal is anything that is only 1k more with a shadow than it is without a shadow. Like I showed you earlier, shadows are 3.5k, and even if shadows are like 2 to 2.5k, they're still, you're still getting way cheaper than someone buying the card and applying a shadow. So in theory, I'd pay up to 6k for Konate over shadow. So yes, I'd go and buy that, but someone's already bought it. But nonetheless, I now learned that, okay, if a Konate pops up with a shadow for 6k, I'll go and buy it. Bruno Gilhamez, again, I'd do the exact same and go and search the market. Or go and check Footbin, and see what he's going for and buy him if he's only 1k more. Now, there are a few players that actually don't really work that well, but you'll basically learn that via trial and error. So we've gone and picked up a Benacer. So I've been doing this method for, I mean, I've literally invented this method years ago. So I've been doing this method for years, but I've also been doing this method for about 3-4 days. So I knew that Benacer is about 5k without a shadow. So I've actually gone 300 coins cheaper than he is without his shadow. Perfect. So as you get the deals, now you need to go and decide what you're going to sell them for. Now the first thing is that I actually, on my trading guide, offer a spreadsheet of all the data. So this is updated every single day with all the data I get from shadow trading. So actually, earlier today, I went and sold a... Did I go and sell a Benacer? I sold a Benacer at 6.2k. So if you're a Twitch sub over on my channel, you literally don't even have to check market. You can just go, okay, well, Dan sold them at 6.2k. What was that one? 4.6. So right there would have been a 1.8k difference. So you probably would have made like 1.3k profit right there. And you wouldn't even have to bother searching the market. But if you don't want to go and search the market and work out how much to sell them for, you're basically going to look to sell them for about the 3rd or 4th cheapest on the market. So let's go and look at Benacer right here. Let's go and apply the shadow. So if you didn't want to use, if someone wasn't a sub and they didn't want to use my pre-made data, you could probably go and see that the 2nd or 3rd cheapest on the market is, what are you saying? You probably would go and maybe list them up for about 6.5, 6.6. Again, 6.2 I know he'll instantly sell at, but 6.5, 6.6, you'd probably get a sell. You might just have to list them 1 or 2 times. And that's how you work out what list them for. You list them for like the 2nd or 3rd. You don't necessarily have to go for the cheapest, not unless maybe you're in a hurry for coins and you need to get coins ASAP. But that is basically the whole method. But now what I'll do is I'll teach you guys some variations you can either do on the web app, or maybe if, let's say, your internet's a little bit slower. Also, once you've sold that Benacer, you should hopefully now never have to really search the price of Benacer, because you should just remember how much he sells for. So the next filter you can go for is going to be Gold Rare Shadow right back, and that's minimum buy now 1.8, maximum buy now 4k. The reason you have that minimum buy now is so that you don't have to compete with people sniping. You're not going to beat people sniping if you're doing this variation, but this is a variation that works well on the web app. And the maximum buy now is 4k, just because otherwise we'll be scrolling forever. Now what you should do is have to scroll nothing more than maybe, let's say, about 20 pages. If you are having to scroll more than 20 pages, lower the buy now you're using, because you don't want to be sitting there scrolling all day. We've only had to go 11 pages, and we're going to apply the exact same concept. We're going to find a player, the most we'll pay will be maximum 1k more than them, and if they're a deal, we'll go and buy them. This works especially well on PC as well. I don't personally recommend PC to use the sniping method because there's not enough activity on the market, so the scrolling method's a lot better, and you can also use broader filters by searching all defenders, not just right back. So there's no deal on the Carvajal because the most we'd pay right there would have been 1.8, and that was up for 2.4. Then I'd over to Dodo, again the most I'd pay would be 1.7, so nothing there with right back. Well, what I can now do is I can now head over to left back, and we're going to use the exact same filter. Wouldn't madly recommend centre back because it's overly saturated, so again you should scroll nothing more than 20 pages. If you're scrolling way more than 20 pages, just lower that by now, or make sure you're copying it in correctly. And there we go. We get to the 5th, 9th minute, and are we going to be able to see any good deals? We've got ourselves Catley here. Let's have a little look. There we go. And 1.2k, so nearly a good deal. Not quite. Although I might have actually already flipped her previously. Let me see if my data says anything. WSL. I have actually sold her for 3.5k previously. So what I've done right here is I've actually used my previous data. Again, I would have got a deal off of a player like this previously, and I've written it down. And because I've written it down, I actually now know that I can pay a little bit more than 1k more. I've actually paid 1.3k because I've sold her earlier for 3.5k. So that is one of the reasons why, as I benefit from the subscriber training guide, or benefit from just writing down your data. Because, I mean, unless you're going to remember that you flipped her for 3.5k, you know, you're not going to know you got a deal. So we've got that her right there at 2.5. I look for a gain, about 1k profit, maybe like 800-900 coins I'll still be happy with. There's the Benacer, we'll happily sell there for 6.2k. So the longer you do this method, the more efficient it is, because you don't have to do much searching how much they sell for. You don't have to do any searching of footbin, and you can really get up to about 50-60k an hour. So we were showing you that you could basically go left back, right back with shadow. Now the other positions I would be looking for would be CDM, and then I'd be looking at right mid, I'd be looking at centre mid, I'd be looking at left mid. Probably would stay away from cam. There might be a few cams that work. Someone like Paqueta I've actually flipped before, but there aren't too many. And then obviously getting wingers with shadow is an overly desirable combination. And that's about it really. Again, if you're on PC, you might be able to just go for something like this. Not even put a minimum in, because again, there's a lack of things on the market. I think I asked someone earlier and they had to just scroll 17 pages to look at all rare defenders on PC. And that's about it. As I say, you shouldn't really stress if you have to relist the cards a few times, because I have to do that. It's a way of maximising your profit if you're not worrying about selling the cards on instantly. Just for reference, I guess, so you guys can know how good these deals were. I think the Cuadrado was picked up for 2k, the Camavinga was picked up for like 9k, and the Martinez was picked up for about 3.2k. So little 1k profits here, but it adds up very easily. And once again, once you learn the whole market, it is really, really easy. But that's about all she wrote. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions or anything you don't understand, do just head over to my Twitch streams and I can walk you guys through it. And shall see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.